What is going on, everyone? We're back again with another video. Today's video, we're obviously back on our Rockies franchise right around this trade deadline, and this was a pretty interesting trade I just found. So Brian Doyle for us has really not been it. I mean, he's 26 years old, 72 overall. He's had this A potential. He hasn't been playing well for us over the last couple of years. So I figured I would start to think about a trade for him. He's on a pretty decent contract as well. Nationals will be offering CJ Abrams, who is definitely a lot better than him in overall and in just stats in general. He can also play center field if we needed him to. So it's actually a decent contract, you know, at least a decent trade on my end. He's really fast as well. So he's just better in all categories looking at this card. So yeah, I think this is a trade that's going to have to be made. He's a little bit more in salary, but I don't care when you have this. He's got no hitting. He's just really fielding. I mean, he's got 99 fielding, pretty much everything, 97 speed. And Abrams, he's got less fielding, obviously, but the speed's pretty much pretty similar, and his hitting stats are just way higher. So I think I'm going to make this trade with the Nationals, which is going to lead me to my next trade that I did see. So I was going to make another trade, but I didn't really like it, honestly, now looking back at it. So that's the one trade I really wanted to make, at least at the deadline right now, is for Abrams, because he's definitely a solid player. I think Tovar will still play shortstop, or I might move Abrams to center field if we need it, because we still have enough outfielders over here. We still have plenty of guys. That's what we're going to do. We're going to slide Abrams over here on our lineups, on both lineups, because he's definitely a solid player for sure. I think this is the squad we're going to go into the end of the season with, see how we do, see if we can get a playoff spot, see if we can get 500. We'll kind of just wait and see. But we do got to sign our prospects, which are going to be coming up over the next couple days. All right, here's our first round pick that we have right here. He's definitely really solid closing pitcher for sure by looking at least these stats. But we'll see when we actually get to next season. I mean, his potential, you know, even if it's a CB, it's honestly not horrible for the bullpen, because our bullpen guys are really not good right now. So I think I'm going to give him the max offer I can give him, and he's going to decide to sign with us. I mean, that makes sense, because that's the maximum I could give him. So if he didn't sign, I'd be a little bit concerned, in my opinion. We're going to sign our next pick right here, who we decide to take. I don't know how he's going to go. Most of these guys, I really don't know how they're going to be. I really don't know the first round pick and how he's going to be honest. So we'll wait and see on that. All right, so Max Fried is another pitcher that's been pitching really solid for us this season. 2.83 ERA. He's currently on a 1-year 11. I think I'm going to offer him the 1-year 15, and he's going to accept that one right there. I figured, because we're obviously going to have to raise the money on him, but he's a good player, and honestly, he's a good pitcher that we kind of need at this point. Once again, I think I'm going to sign Abrams for 2.5. He's making 1.8, and I do like him as a player. I want to keep him for next year, so there we go. He decided to sign that contract. Our 5th round pick has decided to sign with us. That's a sick glove, by the way. I really like that glove. And our 6th round pick has decided to sign as well, so we'll see what happens with him. All right, so the New York Mets are actually offering a pretty interesting trade for Phil Brickford. He's actually got decent stats across the board, I'm not going to lie. And he's got a 3.61 ERA in a couple innings. I mean, he's not horrible in giving up 19 runs. He does give up a decent amount of hits, though, but I think this trade is pretty worth it for Alan Trino, who's obviously batting well. He's batting 309 for us. He's actually playing pretty solid baseball, but his stats and his overall is going down, so you know that's really not good for the long term, and I kind of want to get rid of him. So I think I actually will make this trade for him. I think that's a solid trade for us. So as you guys can see, he's the best relief pitcher that we kind of have right now, so I think it's kind of worth it. And our lineup doesn't change too much because he was on the bench anyways. All right, I think I'm going to make this trade right here. This actually is the trade deadline. Jorge Polanco is on the trade block. He's actually got really good stats considering our situation right now. Obviously, he can play a lot of positions at second and third base. But I do kind of want to get rid of Brian McMahon just because he's getting older and the contract is getting more expensive. And I don't really think he's worth it, to be honest. He's batting okay, but I think Polanco is actually batting a little bit better than he is. Yes, he is. So I think I'm going to make this trade. We're going to trade our 3rd baseman right here. He can also play 3rd base, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm just trading my worst right fielder right there to make that trade. So there it goes. The trade goes through. So that's a pretty solid trade. I did want to get rid of that. I did want to get rid of him, so that does help us out a lot. So after that trade deadline, we are currently 16th in the ranking of teams right now. Currently 52 and 57. You know, we're 2 games out of a wild card spot, so we are close. We are getting there. A lot of teams to jump, though, unfortunately. So, you know, it's going to get harder and harder for us to do it, but I'm just saying there's a chance that we can make it if we play pretty solid baseball right now. And this is the lineup moving forward, so should be excited. I've slotted Polanco and I've slotted CJ Abrams into our team as well as the other side as well. So this is the lineup we're going to be rocking with for the end of the season. Should be exciting. The pitching staff hopefully is going to clutch up for us. We'll see what happens, obviously, but you know I'm hoping Phil Beckford could do really solid for our squad. But we'll see what happens going into the final months of the season, and you know, it's going to go from there. The contract extensions, I kind of already extended who I want to extend. And I could extend Polanco's contract, which I think I might, because he's making 5.5 mil. So I think I might give him like a 1-year deal. So I signed him at 6.3 right there for Polanco. So able to get that contract on the board. He wanted a little bit more. You know, it's fine. It happens. But so he's going to be making 6.3 next year. I think he's a good pickup. I just didn't like McMahon, and he's better than him, honestly. So I'm fine with that pickup. Wow, we just went on a really insane win streak right there. I was like 7 games in a row, putting us 60 and 58, which is really good. We are currently in a wild card spot right now after that insane win streak. It's like 9 wins in a row. So absolutely crazy. We got to keep it up, though, because there are a lot of teams ahead of us. But I'm telling you, this team has got potential, guys. I'm telling you. All right, we are currently in September. The team is up to 70 wins and 67 losses. We're currently still in that 3rd wildcard spot right now. Already better than last year. Last year, we got 70 wins at the end of the season. So already a lot better than last year. So still playing solid. We got to have this month to go, and that's pretty much it. Well, we play them like 6 times, and we play the Dodgers 3 times. Now, if we take a look at the wildcard standings, they're currently the team in front of us. So we're 1 game out of this wild card. The Phillies have passed us. It's must wins from out here. We're going to see how the squad does. I'm going to give you my live reaction as well as we have these 2 games. The first game is a loss. The second game is a loss. And the third game is a loss. Okay, so we're done for the playoffs, I'd imagine. Our AAA team did make the playoffs, but our AA team definitely made the playoffs right there. So we could take a look at the AA team right here as they're going to start soon, very soon. But we are probably done for the playoffs this season because we're 2 games out. The Diamondbacks just clinched. You know, we need the Phillies to lose. We don't play them. The Diamondbacks are on a 4-game winning streak. It's not looking hot like we're going to win or have a shot to really have a postseason here. But we got to play the Dodgers for 3 now. Let's see how this one goes. First game is going to be a loss. That's a tough one. Next game is going to be a loss. Oh, no. What are we doing? Our AA team wins their first game, by the way, of the playoffs. So that's nice. We have a nice game. And that one. And it's another loss. And Nick Betch is okay, so everything's going downhill for us, as you can see. We did win the second game of the playoffs, though. So 79 and 80, we are done out of the playoffs, I'd imagine. Yeah, we're 3 games out. So no postseason this year because we want to choke at the end of the season. So that's very nice. Shout out to the boys for doing that. But we did have, like, look, I mean, just the Dodgers series wasn't good. The Arizona series wasn't good. The Atlanta series we lost. We just lost important series. This August was really insanely good at the beginning of the August right there. But yeah, it's just not going to happen. Our AA team has won the next round, which is exciting. So they're going to be moving on. So we'll definitely tune into that. And then we're going to finish out our season 80 and 81. No, we're going to go 80 and 82, unfortunately. So much better season than last year, obviously. We could take a look at the standings. We're 80 and 82. 2 teams in front of us being the Giants and Marlins. Padres somehow get in. They somehow get in. We were in front of them, behind them, like the whole time. The Phillies get in, and then the Diamondbacks get in as well. So we were very close. 80 and 82, much better season than last season with the improvements that we made to this the squad. And I think they're only going to improve, honestly. So I'm pretty excited. If you look at the division, we were last in the division, but all the teams are insanely good in this division. So that's how it is. So 3 teams from our division ended up getting in, as well as the Reds got in, and then the Phillies and Braves got in from our side. We're not done. We are not done. We have our AA team currently in their postseason run. They were able to win the game against the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Now they play the Akron Ducks. So if we could win something in this organization, I'll take it. Zach Bean has been our guy down here, currently doing pretty solid. He is a 71 overall. I might call him up next year. But yeah, I'm not confident like in him at all. Like every time I look at his stats, they really have not been good. But this is his postseason stats. Obviously, he's batting 250. He's got 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 2 walks. So I think definitely next season we're gonna call him up to that AAA level. Have been taking it very slow with him, to be honest. But that's just how it is. We end up winning that game 1-0. The next game right here, we're gonna skip the simulations. We do win that game as well. Hold on, we're cooking in AA. We are cooking in AA. There we go. The Yargoats have won the AA Eastern Championship. You gotta love that right there. You gotta love that from this team. Here's the winning squad right here, able to take the dub with this game. Obviously, we had a ton of guys on the mound that game. No runs given up, though. Extremely solid from the squad. Take a look at our squad right here. We get the first 2 hitters with both 2 hits that did most of the work, it seems like. Nick Kent also went 1 for 3, so at least we won the AA championship. At least we're winning something up here. There we go. The Braves have defeated the Mariners in the 2025 World Series. So the Mariners have gone back-to-back World Series. And heading into this offseason, our first base coach has decided to retire, so we got to replace him before the end of the offseason right there. And our contract with our farm director, we also got to figure that out as well. And here we are back in the off season. I just want to go over the GM goals real quick with you guys. So this was the 2 seasons we've had. We've had 10 more wins the last time, so much better. Obviously, we're still not over 500, which was the expectation of the contract. I have turned contracts off, so don't really worry about that. But that is one thing that we have done. So next season, we could accomplish both of these. I think we could get over 500 and reach the postseason, which I'm very excited about. We'll see if that actually comes through. But looking at our team performance, we have won 10 consecutive games throughout this franchise. We still have yet to win 20 games in a month or win 95 games in a season. We have got some good game stats though right here. We hit 5 home runs in a single game, stole 5 bases in a single game, hit 7 doubles in one game, and turned 4 double plays in a single game. Which are some interesting stats for sure. We haven't led the league in really anything, and then we haven't even made it to the postseason, so there's no point to show that one. So that's going to do it for us. We almost get back into the postseason. We almost get back to that Rocktober, but not going to happen. Maybe next season, 2026 might be the year, but man, we just choked at the end of that month. We just had some hard games with the Diamondbacks, and the Dodgers just choked a lot. Not really the best, but it is what it is, man. I mean, our teams, I always feel like I choke at franchise, I'll be honest. I don't know, it always happens to me. But we'll be back next year. We'll see what happens moving forward, but that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.